have Idol Fever. Today on the Morning Blend, we're celebrating the last season of American Idol and check in with some celebrities on what they have to say about the popular show.
Plus, the Tanners are back. Danny, Joey, Uncle Jesse, and DJ. It's a fuller house with a new show featuring your favorite characters from the classic.
And he's a photography legend, where you can catch Clyde Butcher's works of art right here in Southwest Florida.
Let's get this great day started.
It's a great day, so make it everything you want it to be. It's yours and it's mine. It's a great day to shine.
Good morning and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Steph. I'm Carly Wegner.
And I'm Stephanie Summers. Thanks for tuning in today. 2016.
I know. I was off yesterday, so this is officially my first day back in the new year.
Yes, because where have you been? You did a little traveling for the holidays, right?
We did a lot of traveling, man. We covered a lot of miles. We were in Virginia. It's been a little while since we took the kids back up there, so we loaded them up in the car, drove at night. I'd still say that is the secret to a good road trip.
So is that their bedtime then? They're kind
That's
of
their
staying on that
bedtime,
routine?
and they did pretty good. They did
okay,
pretty
I'm writing
good.
This down.
I know. You braved it sooner than I did when your little one was first born. But yeah, we had a great time. Saw a lot of family. I was going to show just a couple pictures. One of the cool. I love my family. My family does band night stuff.
Oh,
my dad and his
cool.
twin brother and their sister Barb. The top right picture, she plays the drums. That's my husband there playing the guitar, so he got in on. And then my daughter there at the bottom right, she's in the purple. She's playing the little recorder.
Oh my gosh.
My niece is playing a little. She was playing the maracas most of the night and helping with the drum. We just had so much fun.
And that's your husband playing the guitar, right?
Yep,
Has Tinsley picked up a guitar yet?
She has a little bit.
In her future.
And I love it. They call themselves the Woodlawn Band because that's the name of the street. My dad and my aunt live literally right next door to each other. So every week they try really hard to have band nights.
And then I always forget your dad is a twin.
Yes,
an
identical twins.
I love that.
And he comes on over for band night. It's just a lot. And that's what I remember growing up was them playing the guitar and playing music. So it was cool to have my daughter in on that and the fun of that. We wore her out though. Let me tell you, we had a first in our family. This is Tinsley. She fell asleep at the dinner table. We were out and she was out. This was at like 7:30. I've never seen this before. Yeah, she just had too much fun.
Now, where's the little guy? Where's little Brooksy?
I know. I didn't really have any good pictures to show this morning. And then I wanted to, we saw the twins, my sister. They're going to be turning a year old.
Are you kidding me?
So there they are right
goodness.
there.
So twins are running in the family here.
Yes. And my daughter wanted to take them home. But it was a lot of fun. So this was just, again, a small sampling of all the family that we saw in a short amount of time that we had.
You guys traveled, was it last year for Christmas that you went to Virginia? Or when
no,
was that?
we stayed, I think it was Labor Day, so it had been a little while. It had been over a year, so we did go up to see the twins when they were first born, but we didn't bring the kids. But what about you? What'd you do for New Year's Eve?
So usually I'm hitting the road for the holidays, New Year's and Christmas, but I actually stayed here, which was really nice.
It was really nice.
I know, especially with Sutton, because he's 3 months old now, and we just hung out at home, and I was going to share this. This is him. We actually did. My mom's friend knit him this hat. It's a reindeer hat, and I think you can kind of see the expression. He's kind of like, I'm okay as long as I don't look at him.
His eyes look pretty big. That's awesome.
So before the holidays, we did actually, like you said, you went to Bass Pro with your kids, and we did end up going down there.
How was the line when you went?
We did get a line pass because it's like hours.
Yes,
I know. People come from all over just to go see Santa at Bass Pro. So we did make it, and we hung out at home over the holidays. And it was just so nice to just kind of hang out and keep it a little low-key this year.
The question, New Year's Eve, did you actually stay up and watch the clock change? Were you up?
Believe it or not, for the first time in a long time, I did. I was really tired. But we had some friends over.
I know. I actually stayed up too. I was with my sisters, so that was a first for us in a couple of years.
The next morning, though.
Those kids sure are up the next morning. They're like, "What? It's a holiday. I'm supposed to sleep in."
Hanging at the house and exhausted the next day. But
so I'm sure you had some coffee that morning.
Lots
New Year's
of coffee,
Day.
like every morning now.
Like every morning, even this morning as well.
We are getting our morning jump start with Seminole Casino Hotel Immokalee. Any day is always a good day to try the new Lucky Me Noodle House at Seminole Casino Hotel, serving Asian cuisine with a bold new spin. Simply delicious. But the Morning Blend is the only place where you can find these great mugs. Fourth person to call, 239-673-3388, will receive the Morning Blend Seminole Casino mug. You can't win, though, if you've won something with us over the last 120 days, so good luck.
All right, as we all start a new year, I think a lot of us parents want to make an effort to be the best parent we can be this year, right? Well, what if you have a child that is just outright defiant? In today's parenting guide, our resident psychologist Amy Trout is here to help. Good morning.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Thanks, you too.
This is so true. I think we start out the new year, we want to spend, more time with family, really kind of be the best parent we can be. But sometimes we're just presented with situations and certain chemistry within the family that it makes it pretty difficult to do that. One of those being a defiant children or a child.
Yeah.
How do you know if your child is maybe more of the extreme of being a defiant child?
Well, you'll know. If you have more than one kiddo in your house, or if you've ever been around other kiddos and you kind of compare, the kid that, gives you a hard time pretty much at any request,
Simple as brushing
things.
teeth.
Let's brush your teeth, let's put on shoes, what do you want for breakfast, let's eat. Everything is kind of a no or a power struggle.
Starting at a young age? Is this
Starting
something that's kind
young.
of in these children
Yeah.
young?
Yeah, really, really like self-thinkers from a very young age. Kids that are listening to sort of their own way of doing things, have their own ideas, and they can make parents really kind of feel like we're losing our minds. Old school parenting doesn't work, power struggles don't work, and so we end up sort of wringing our hands going, what are we doing? We're creating a monster.
Yeah.
But we're really not. Like, these kids have a real gift.
Well, and I was asking you too, I've heard this concept of this strong-willed child, and I have kind of read some things that, hey, there is kind of a blessing in this if this is, are you seeing, some of these traits? So you have some things, let's get to this, on how to deal with this defiant child.
Yeah.
So number one, you say stay positive.
Right. So research shows that these kiddos actually tend to do very well comparatively to like the counterparts that are more compliant. I'm not saying like not to be compliant kids, but as parents, when we're looking at, our fears for our kiddos are that they're going to end up like, choosing the wrong path and really having problems in life. They typically overachieve academically and over-earn. Not that that's our main goal for parenting our kids, but they're high achievers because they're listening to a different internal wisdom that maybe other kiddos who are more compliant socially aren't quite listening to. So these are the groundbreakers, Martin Luther King Jr.'s, the Mother Teresa's. These are the
Jobs.
people, absolutely, that really kind of take an idea. They have the tenacity and the persistence to really stick with something that looks really outside of the box. So there's that potential in these kiddos that are really, really kind of.
So parents, if you're watching this morning, remember that there is a blessing on the other end of this. You say listen.
Yeah, really work hard to get to know that kiddo. They think differently than most of us think. So if I wasn't a strong-willed child, and I have a strong-willed child, it can be very hard for me to understand where they're coming from. But if I take time to really listen to what they're about, they make a lot of sense. I hate that it makes sense,
right?
But it makes sense. And so they're, well, I don't want to brush my teeth now because I'm going to eat, and then they feel dirty, and, okay, well, how about you just brush them after you eat? What do you think? Okay, there's a solution. Instead of right when they wake up, does it really matter to me? No, I just want to check the mental box that I've asked my kiddo to brush
Well, and
their
that kind of goes into the next one, which is give choices. And this is, we've talked about a lot about with you about kind of picking your battles.
Right.
Is it kind of going in with that as well?
There are some things that are going to be absolute non-negotiables. You might be running late for a doctor's appointment. It's time to go now. There is no banter over what time you put your shoes on. We get that. But you're going to get a lot less kickback on those times. If your kiddo does feel like they're sort of respected and has the right to make a couple of choices, you don't have to give 15. That's overwhelming. But 2, you can brush your teeth now when you get up or after breakfast. I don't care as long as it gets done. Is it really a life or death thing? No, it's really not. And so that helps the kiddo feel more empowered, more respected, like their voice does matter. And so you get a little less resistance. This is what we're banking on. When there are the times that we got to go now, I'm sorry, it's crazy, put on your shoes, let's get out of the door.
Okay, makes sense. As we close here, the last one, co-create solutions. What do you mean by that?
Well, as you listen to your kiddo and you start to understand what this real struggle is about, it's not really always or necessarily ever about you and defying your authority.
That's not why they're doing it. It can feel like that as a parent.
Right, yeah. But with little ones, it's because they have their own ideas. So try to figure out what the problem is and what the solution could be for them. So what is it about putting on these shoes right now that's feeling bothersome to you? Well, those shoes rub my heel, or whatever the thing is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, how can we solve it? Should we get rid of these shoes? Do you want to pick a different pair? Do we need socks? What do we need to kind of make this work?
Well, as we close here, I know the take home, what I'm getting from you, it can be a blessing. Just figure out, listen to the kid, figure out what they really need.
As much as we're able to, we really, again, I feel like this is sort of my theme with every kiddo segment, but we really need to try to understand our kids well and work within those parameters as much as we can. There are going to be times, I'm not saying like, you know, everything is kid-centered. It's not. There's going to be times kids have to go along with the program.
Well, thank you for helping us along, Amy. We need it, and we, of course, wish all the parents here in the new year a successful a year of parenting.
Yes.
I know it can be a lot. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks.
We, of course, will put more info on our website as well, fox4morningblend.com.
They give our community's wildlife a second chance. Coming up, the cute critters that will have you wanting to make a trip out to the Peace River Wildlife Center. And then later, how you can nurture your green thumb with some bright ideas from Edison and Ford Winter Estates. They join us with their garden go-tos. But before we go to break, who wasn't a fan of American Idol? Even Fred Savage has some favorite memories from years past.
Oh, I was a huge fan of American Idol, and I will never forget that first season. All the viewing parties, getting together, and when your favorite would get voted off, and Justin and Kelly, and oh my God, it was just amazing.